Alright, if you had to choose the ultimate dream car lineup, but you were only limited to 4 cars, what would it be and why? I'll give you guys some time to think about it. And with that being said, welcome guys, it's your boy Lance. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your guys' first time, again, welcome. This is my automotive channel. I'm from Hawaii. I kind of have a lot of stuff going on right now. I have a build going on, which is my Nissan GTR build, as well as I have something else called Island Rides. Those are my main 2 portions of my channel where I just feature cool cars and cool people from Hawaii. And now being that Hawaii's under a statewide shutdown due to this whole COVID thing, I just started another series called my lockdown series where, you know, we can't really go out and do much. I feel like it was the best thing for the channel just to kind of pivot and still talk about automotive, but just do everything here in my garage. So if you guys haven't done so, consider subscribing. I have a ton of videos lined up for you guys. And also after this video, make sure you go check out my other playlists of my build and my island rides just to stay updated on everything that I put out for this channel so far. But make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. You'll be updated on all the videos that I have in store for you guys. And I really want you guys to take a look at it too. So welcome to episode 3 of my lockdown series where we talk about the ultimate dream car lineup. The way I choose these cars is by 4 different categories. It's 1, functionality, 2, a European made, 3, American made, and 4, a JDM made. Let's start with my functional car. And for my choice, it would have to be none other than the Ford Raptor. Now with the Ford Raptor, it'll just help me with everything that I need throughout my day-to-day life. It'll get me from A to B. It's spacious, it's a 4-door truck, so that's a good thing that the cab is actually a little bit bigger. It's also sporty in a way, and being that it's a truck, there's a bed, so if I needed to haul anything large, I can throw everything in the bed, or if I needed to just haul any large objects on the road. You know, this truck already has 450 horsepower. It's not the most fastest truck ever, but it has a 3.5 V6 EcoBoost engine, so yes, this truck is boosted, so you know this is gonna be like your best daily truck ever. It'll just help you with anything that you need. And being that I'm from Hawaii, I do not want to fall under that stereotype. Everybody knows that Hawaii is known for the lifted Yotas. It's Yotas, but like a rolling R instead of a Yota. It's Yota. Like everybody knows that you gotta have the lifted Yotas if you're from Hawaii. But I know we're construction and I'm not part of that kind of stuff, so I'm not gonna touch the lifted Yotas. That's just not me. So my choice as a functional daily, it would have to be the Ford Raptor. And for my second car of choice would be a European car. And as my European car of choice for my dream garage, it would be none other than the Lamborghini Murcielago LP640 gated 6 manual transmission. Now this car is just a freaking unicorn. The Lamborghini LP640 actually had a small handful already made. I believe there was like 10 Roadsters and 30 coupes made from 07 to 09. And being that there was such a small product quantity, like you only have small handfuls, and some were already lost to accidents, some were lost to floods. You really don't have that much around. And with the Lamborghini LP640, the Murcielago, to me as a kid growing up, the LP640, the Lamborghini Murcielago was like the exotic car of choice for me. And still to this day, I feel like the Murcielago is just one of the most coolest cars ever. You know, it was naturally aspirated V12 engine. It was about 100 horsepower per liter of displacement. So you're looking at about like 640, 650 horsepower. Who wouldn't want to drive a V12 engine, naturally aspirated car, all by the touch of just your hands and your feet and all that interaction with just throwing gears around with just a crazy car that'll just scream. Like to me, that is the ultimate driving experience. So if I had to choose, it would have to be the Lamborghini Murcielago. Like there's hands down. Aventador don't even come close. It's cool. It would be cool to have one, but if I had to choose just one, it has to be a gated 6 Murcielago. So my third car of choice would have to be an American made. And when you think of American made, this car has to just scream Merca. So if I had to choose a dream American car, it would have to be a 1967 Ford Shelby GT500 Super Snake. And now this car has a lot of history behind it. Back when they were making the GT500, this was around the same time when Ford was racing in the Le Mans. Carroll Shelby himself was convinced to transplant the same engine that they used in the GT40 into a Mustang Fastback. What makes the Shelby GT500 Super Snake so iconic is that it had the heart of the GT40. Back in the day, the Le Mans 24-hour race was like the ultimate race car championship, and Ferrari just dominated. They were the guys that dethroned Ferrari, and the car that they used was the GT40. So that same race-winning engine was put into a Mustang Fastback, thus the GT500 Super Snake. This thing was fast. Again, it had a championship race winning heart. It had a championship race winning engine. This thing clocked out at 170 miles per hour and it was pushing about 520 horses. And back in the day, that is just bonkers. Like those numbers were just out of this world. And when you think about it, back then, the Shelby GT500 Super Snake came out at about $8,000 for purchase. Again, that was a lot of money back then. But now, if you were to look for one and try to purchase one, you're looking at about $2.2 million, maybe even more than that now. It's an iconic car. It has so much history behind it, so much passion, built by one of the most top-known race guys or just car engineers, Carroll Shelby himself. So if I had to choose for my American car, it would have to be a 1967 Shelby GT500 Super Snake. Alright, before I move on, if you guys enjoyed this video so far, if you guys can please do me a favor and smash that like button for me, it'll really help me a lot. I'm trying to figure out this whole YouTube algorithm, and from what I was told, YouTube likes it if you smash the like button. So go ahead, smash the like button. And now let's move on to my last car of choice. So for my final car of choice, I gotta have a JDM in there. This one is probably gonna be super obvious for you guys. My choice for a JDM car as a dream car in my garage would have to be a Nissan GTR R34. And now if you're thinking like, wait Lance, you already have an R35, why would you get an R34? R35 is my first dream car. That's the car I knew that I was gonna get one day, probably one of like my first dream cars that I'm gonna get. If I had to choose between an R35 or R34, like I would sell my R35 in a heartbeat and get that R34, because to me that's just the car. And you know, just the history behind it, it's like an iconic pop culture car that everyone knows, probably if not the most popular car that everybody knows. The R34 is just the best car of choice for me. RB26 engine, all-wheel drive. It's not the most fastest car, but just having that car with all the history behind it, like I really want an R34 so bad. But if I had to choose, I know the rarest car to find in the color would be the midnight purple. But honestly for me, if I had to choose a color scheme, it would be rolling on all black wheels and painted in that beautiful Bayside blue. To me, that's the best color that Nissan has ever put on a GTR. 2024 is the year that everyone's waiting to ship in the R34. Also, the S15s are the same time, but to me, the R34 is just the iconic car, the most iconic car. So to recap, if I got 4 cars to choose from to build the ultimate dream car garage, it would have to be a Ford Raptor, a Lamborghini Murcielago LP640, a 1967 Shelby GT500 Super Snake, and my last car of choice would be a Nissan GTR R34. And with that being said, that's all I got for today's episode of my lockdown series, the dream car lineup. I mean, what would you choose if you had 4 cars to choose from? Those are my 4. You can categorize it if you want to, but I want to know, what would you guys choose in your stable? If you had to choose 4 cars, what would it be and why? Drop it down in the comments below. If you guys haven't done so either, make sure you guys smash that like button too. And if you guys want to see more videos, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, stay updated to all my videos that I have going on for you guys. I'm trying to keep you guys entertained as well, so it'll really mean a lot if you guys go ahead, subscribe to this channel, stay updated, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember that you guys are all called to be great in your own way, and always to remember, challenge your standards.